The Minister for Finance, Mr. Ken Ofori Atta, says the government aims to stabilize the country's macroeconomy for the private sector to thrive and engender economic growth. The Finance Minister was speaking at the opening of a post-budget workshop for members of Parliament at Koforidua in the Eastern region.
A post-budget workshop was organized to review the 2018 budget statement and enlighten the members of Parliament on some technical and critical areas of the document so they can play their oversight roles more effectively. The seminar would also help the lawmakers to better inform and explain government policies and programs to their constituents. Specific areas discussed included public sector wages, organizers to widen the scope of participation in subsequent editions of the workshop to include all members of the House.
You make the demand, we grant the demand, and therefore you must respect the influence and authority vested in Parliament in approving expenditure and taxation, and therefore you need this marriage. And you need to strengthen our hands to understand the issues.
The Majority Leader, Mr. Osei Mensah-Bonsu, said MPs have a duty to ensure that the budget meets the needs of citizens.
How do we hold government accountable on the promises contained in their financial policy? How do we ensure value for money in the allocation of resources? These questions and many others require us as lawmakers to fully appreciate the content and policy objectives underpinning the financial policy of government for the year ending 31st December 2018.
The Minister for Finance, Mr. Ken Ofori Atta, said certain aspects of the budget, such as the nation's builders' core and tax waivers, were critical decisions the government took for young entrepreneurs to return to the country and help grow the economy.
But I think when you are confronted with challenges, when you are confronted with 40 or 50,000 graduates coming out of schools, you need to make some choices and make some hard decisions and pray that economic growth is such that we'll be able to absorb them in the private sector.
The Speaker of Parliament, Professor Mike Okwe, urged members to be on top of issues and ensure that programs and policy targets are met.
The workshop will provide you an opportunity to raise critical sector-specific issues during the consideration of the estimates. It will equip you to effectively conduct your oversight role, as we all know.
The 2018 post-budget workshop was facilitated by economists, development consultants, financial analysts, and the Ministry of Finance.